you're here. This is so high tech.
It is, right? I have a little crank.
Okay, we joke, but it's something, a vital part of every emergency kit. Because how do you charge your phone when the electricity is out? How do you plug in your radio to find out what's happening? Do you even have a radio? I don't. This is from, it's Eton, and it's through the American Red Cross. It's a weather radio with a flashlight, and it even comes with the ability to get an alert if something is happening in the world. You don't even have to have the radio going, you get an alert. Now, how does it charge? Well, it's got solar on the top, solar panel, or you do the old crank.
Yeah.
And you can top off your cell phone in one of those emergencies. If you have to leave the house, it's great for a go bag because you're out in the middle of nowhere. You can use the sun to recharge and be able to listen to the radio and find out what's happening. We've taken $5 off the price. It's $16.66 on Easy Pay for any major credit card. If you use your Q card, you know you always get 5 easy payments, $10 to get it home. E315997, excuse me, Oscar Duvall is here. He brings us some high-tech stuff. I love that this is low-tech, and it is going to do more for you than that high-tech computer if you're in an emergency.
Yeah, it's low-tech, but it keeps all your high-tech up and running.
Right, good point.
If you think about it, most of us live off our cell phones. Like, we do our banking, we call like people, all our friends and family are on our phones. What happens when your phone completely and utterly dies because there's a power outage? And not just like a regular power outage when you have like maybe like a little power charger that you can charge for a couple hours. No, this is designed for if you're out without power for a couple days. Because now, if you want to charge your phone or small devices, you can plug right to the back of it. Just use your regular phone cable. It doesn't matter what phone cable because it plugs right into the USB. You have a built-in LED light, so you always have light when you're out, when you have no power in the household. You also, let's say if you're driving your car and let's say you have a flat tire and you need to have that flashing light, that's warning light, that comes with it too. But this also has solar power technology, so you can always keep it topped off. So if you keep that on your like windowsill, you're always going to keep it charged. You also have an AM/FM radio, but it also has NOAA alerts. And what NOAA alerts does, it basically tells you everything that, let's say if there's anything bad in the area, you'll actually hear like an alert that sounds like this.
And it's not even on, it just that.
So you'll hear that emergency. Now that was just our little demo. So
yeah,
there's no tornado coming right now.
There's no real emergency.
But if there was a real emergency, you can actually have this set with a built-in alarm that it'll turn on and it'll say that's the emergency that's coming up in that area. So this will give you AM/FM radio and all the NOAA alerts built inside. So if there's anything bad out there that's happening in your area or about to happen in your area, like there's that, maybe there's a hurricane or there's a tornado or a really bad storm, this will keep you up to date. So this is one of those things that you keep in your car, you keep it inside your household, you keep a couple of them all over the place because it's really designed to keep everybody up and going with power.
Well, a lot of you are picking up more than one. I think that is so smart. Another great practical gift, to have one in the car. You know, if you're in an emergency and you're out, have one in the house. It's less than $50. It's a $16.66 Easy Pay, and there's the light. So, you know, when you are in an emergency, it usually happens when there's no light. You know, like the electricity does go out during the day, but often when it gets to night, that's when it usually happens. And then you've got that alert light as well.
Right. You have the alert light, you have your LED light, so you always have a flashlight. You always have solar power, so you can keep it charged that way. Let's say if I run out of complete power and let's say my battery banks on my portable charger, they're completely done because let's say if you're out of power for a couple days.
Yeah, it's gone the first day.
You're going to run through them real quick. And you know how cranky kids are when they don't have their smartphones or their cell phones. So with this, you can plug it right into the side. If I can do this for a couple minutes, I'm going to get 10 to 20 minutes of light, 10 to 20 minutes of radio time. And again, it has that built-in rechargeable battery that's on the inside that I can charge up and charge up all my little devices. So let's say I have my little device right here and I need to charge my phone. All I do is I plug my phone, that's right here, and all I do is I press that little button on top. And when I press that button, watch this, I can bring that phone back to life and starts charging and starts topping off my phone.
Wow.
So everybody lives off their cell
It's
phone.
invaluable. I mean, we hope you never need it, but chances are you will. A lot of storms happening, taking a lot of time to get the power back going. If you need to know what's happening, you need a radio. And I don't even have a radio. So here, if I'm just
Most
buying it
people
for the
don't have a radio.
if I'm just buying it for the radio, like, hey, there you go.
It's actually scary because most people don't have a radio, like
I
you
know.
said. And what happens is anytime there's any kind of real emergency, when there's a real emergency, you know what band they actually contact you on? It's on the AM band.
Yeah.
I mean, no one listens to AM band
Right.
for the most part. But when there's an emergency, that's where they're going to tell you is on
Right.
the AM band. And you also have the NOAA alert. So they tell you anything that's bad in the area will automatically. And this is actually endorsed by the American Red Cross. So
Right, it's right there in the name, which is huge. I mean, they're the authority on when it comes to, like, here's what you need in an emergency. And don't they give these out in emergencies?
So when something really bad happens, Eton's there.
Yeah.
So they actually hand these out to people. So when there's, obviously the world is a
Don't
little
wait
weird.
to get one from
Yeah.
the Red Cross.
Yeah,
Make sure you have it ready
have
to
one
go.
already ready.
Don't have to stand in line for that to happen. It's just smart. It's just peace of mind. And it's not $250. It's less than $50. E315997 is your item number. You're saving $5 today. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Tara.
It's fun. All right, our today's special value coming up in about 16 minutes. We haven't seen it since midnight, so you're the second crew to see the latest